Billy Porter and Marisha Wallace take the stage in Broadway's Cabaret revival. In a dazzling final act for Broadway's hottest revival, two theatrical powerhouses are stepping into roles that could redefine the show's legacy, but can they outshine beloved predecessors who just left the stage? Buckle up, because this casting shakeup is about to ignite passionate debates in theater circles. Tony winner Billy Porter and Olivier-nominated star Marisha Wallace take over as the Emcee and Sally Bowles in Cabaret starting July 22, 2025. They'll headline the musical's final 13 weeks at the August Wilson Theatre through October 19, injecting fresh energy into the acclaimed production. Here's where it gets juicy. They replace country sensation Orville Peck and two-time Tony nominee Eva Noblezada, whose final performance was just days earlier on July 20. The current ensemble remains stacked with talent: Calvin Leon Smith as Clifford Bradshaw, Tony-nominated Steven Skybell as Herr Schultz, Ellen Harvey as Fräulein Schneider, Henry Gottfried as Ernst Ludwig, and Michelle Aravina playing Fritzi Kost. For newcomers, Cabaret isn't just any musical, it's a masterpiece with music by John Kander and Fred Ebb, and a book by Joe Masteroff, adapted from John Van Druten's play and Christopher Isherwood's stories. You'll recognize classics like Willkommen, Don't Tell Mama, and the iconic title song. And this is the part most people miss: the immersive Kit Kat Club experience crafted by Tony-winning designer Tom Scott. Guests explore the club and mingle with performers before the show, a groundbreaking touch that transformed the theater. Director Rebecca Frecknell's vision, coupled with Julia Cheng's choreography and a creative army including lighting designer Isabella Bird and sound designer Nick Lidster, earned the show 9 2024 Tony nominations. Now, let's get controversial. Is recasting star roles so late in a run a bold creative refresh or a disruptive gamble? Can Porter and Wallace truly make these characters their own after such stellar predecessors? Weigh in below. Do you predict standing ovations or disappointed purists? Billy Porter and Marisha Wallace Dazzle in Broadway's Cabaret. Broadway is buzzing with excitement as two powerhouse performers take center stage in one of the most iconic musical revivals of our time. But here's where it gets intriguing. Billy Porter and Marisha Wallace aren't just stepping into any roles, they're bringing their electrifying energy to the Tony-nominated revival of Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club, now housed in the August Wilson Theatre. This production isn't just a show, it's an immersive experience that's been captivating audiences since its West End debut. And this is the part most people miss: the transformation of the theatre itself into an in-the-round cabaret setting adds an extra layer of magic to the performance. Porter, known for his bold and boundary-breaking performances, steps into the role of the MC, while Wallace dazzles as Sally Bowles. Both actors are reprising their critically acclaimed performances from the London production, directed by Rebecca Frecknell. The Broadway iteration officially opened on April 21, 2024, and will run through October 19, giving fans plenty of opportunities to witness this theatrical phenomenon. Freshly released production photos offer a sneak peek into the final cast's dynamic presence, teasing what promises to be an unforgettable run. The story of Cabaret is set against the backdrop of Weimar-era Berlin, a city teetering on the edge of chaos. It follows Clifford Bradshaw, played by Calvin Leon Smith, an American writer who arrives in Berlin seeking inspiration for his novel and finds himself drawn into the city's intoxicating nightlife. There, he meets Sally Bowles, portrayed by Wallace, a vivacious English cabaret performer with dreams as big as her personality. Their relationship unfolds amidst the rising tension of Nazi Germany, serving as a haunting reminder of the fragility of freedom and art in turbulent times. Steven Skybell, Ellen Harvey, Henry Gottfried, and Michelle Aravina round out the talented ensemble, each adding depth to this timeless tale. What sets this revival apart is its innovative staging and design. The theatre has been completely reimagined as the Kit Kat Club, immersing audiences in the world of pre-war Berlin. Ticket holders receive a club entry time before the show, allowing them to fully engage with the pre-show atmosphere. For those opting for premium tickets, the experience even includes a full dinner. A prologue company of 12 dancers and musicians kicks things off about 75 minutes before curtain, creating an electric vibe that sets the tone for the main event. Behind the scenes, the creative team has poured their hearts into crafting a production that feels both nostalgic and refreshingly modern. Choreographer Julia Cheng brings movement to life, while Tom Scott, responsible for set and costume design, celebrates queer individuality in every stitch and prop. Lighting designer Isabella Bird, sound designer Nick Lidster, and music supervisor Jennifer White ensure that every sensory detail aligns perfectly with the show's themes. Hair and wig design by Sam Cox, makeup design by Guy Common, and original compositions by Angus MacRae further elevate the production's authenticity. Casting directors Bernard Telsey and Christian Charbonnier have assembled a dream team, ensuring that every performer shines brightly. For those unfamiliar with the source material, Cabaret is based on Christopher Isherwood's Goodbye to Berlin and John Van Druten's adaptation, I Am a Camera Star. With music by John Kander and lyrics by Fred Ebb, the score remains a cornerstone of musical theatre history. Yet, this revival dares to ask, how do we reinterpret classic stories for today's audiences? Does staying true to the original vision matter more than making it relevant to contemporary issues? If you're ready to step back in time or perhaps forward into a reflection of society's complexities, this production is a must-see. Visit kitkat.club to book your tickets and immerse yourself in a night of drama, music, and thought-provoking storytelling. But don't just take our word for it. What did you think of the revival's bold choices? Do you agree that reinventing classics is essential, or should they remain untouched? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Billy Porter stars as MC in historic Cabaret Broadway revival, exclusive interview. Dreams do come true, but sometimes, you have to wait decades for the world to catch up. Billy Porter's long-awaited turn as the MC in Broadway's Cabaret is more than a personal triumph. It's a historic moment that's already igniting conversation, and perhaps even controversy, about tradition, representation, and the transformative power of theatre. Porter, a beloved Tony Award winner, has finally stepped into the MC's dazzling spotlight at New York's August Wilson Theatre. Alongside Marisha Wallace, a two-time Olivier Award nominee, he is breaking serious new ground. For the first time in Broadway history, both leading roles in Cabaret are being portrayed by artists of color. Imagine that over half a century after the original, this casting sends a message about how far, or perhaps how slowly, Broadway has moved forward. But here's where it gets controversial. Should iconic roles always be reimagined, or do some believe there's value in tradition? During a recent conversation on CBS Mornings, Porter revealed an emotional truth. Back in 1998, he wasn't even allowed to audition for the very role he now commands. His request to read for the MC was dismissed with the phrase, "That is not the story we're telling." Porter's mother had a saying, "God's delay is not denial." For Porter, this moment vindicates years of waiting, reflecting not only his personal journey but also the current intersection of art, activism, and identity. "In times like these, with the world as it is, I know I'm exactly where I'm meant to be," Porter shared. And this is the part most people miss. Porter's vision of the MC is dramatically different from any before. Building on his experience from the London run, Porter frames the character as an American who escaped the oppression of the Jim Crow South, fleeing to Europe in hopes of freedom only to meet a tragic fate in the concentration camps. This backstory radically shifts the lens through which audiences see the MC, connecting historical struggles and amplifying both the story's urgency and its modern-day relevance. Would this creative choice resonate with you, or do you feel it's too much of a departure from tradition? Joining Porter and Wallace in this boundary-pushing reimagining are Calvin Leon Smith as Clifford Bradshaw, 2024 Tony nominee Steven Skybell as Herr Schultz, Ellen Harvey as Fräulein Schneider, Henry Gottfried as Ernst Ludwig, and Michelle Aravina as Fritzi Kost. The broader company boasts a wealth of talent: Gabby Campo, Jada Simone Clark, Colin Cunliffe, Marty Lauter, David Marino, Julian Ramos, Mimi Scardula, Paige Smallwood, and Price Waldman, with standby performers like Maya Bowles, Pedro Garza, and others stepping in as needed. Before the curtain even rises, the immersive world of the Kit Kat Club unfolds, thanks to the Prologue Company, a blend of stunning dancers and masterful musicians including Brian Russell Carey, piano and bass, Francesca Dawies, violin, D.A. Thatcher, accordion, and Michael Winograd, clarinet. These artists set the mood, inviting you to enter a space where outsiders become family and self-expression is paramount. Cabaret itself is a legend among musicals, celebrated for its fearless storytelling and timeless score by John Kander, Fred Ebb, and Joe Masteroff, based on the work of John Van Druten and Christopher Isherwood. Audiences can expect to hear the unforgettable classics, Willkommen, Don't Tell Mama, Mein Herr, Maybe This Time, Money, and, of course, the signature title number. Its current Broadway adaptation at the August Wilson Theatre, a decadent revival running from July 22 through October 19, boasts an acclaimed creative team. The show is directed by Rebecca Frecknell, an Olivier Award winner and 2024 Drama Desk nominee, with spellbinding club, scenic, and costume design by multi-awarded Tom Scott, and dazzling choreography by Julia Cheng, a nominee for both the 2024 Chita Rivera and Olivier Awards. Now for the question that might divide even devoted theatre fans: how do you feel about iconic roles being reinterpreted through new, diverse voices and backgrounds? Is this the evolution Broadway needs, or do these changes sacrifice something essential about the original vision? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you embrace this bold departure, or do you prefer to stick to tradition? Join the conversation in the comments and let us know where you stand.